a test to prove that you are a highly competent speaker of English? Well, today I'm going to talk about the highest level qualification that Cambridge English can offer you, the C2 Proficiency. So, stay tuned and listen to everything you need to know about the CPE. Hello exam seekers, I'm Patty and today I'm talking about the C2 Proficiency, former CPE. In a recent video, I talked about the Cambridge English Main Suite, which is a set of exams from Cambridge Assessment that provides proof of people's ability to use English in a wide variety of contexts, relevant to work, study, and leisure activities, for instance. It goes from A2 to the C2 level of the CEFR, the Common European Framework of Reference. If you're looking for information for the highest level, you came to the right place, because today I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about the C2 Proficiency, the CPE. So, in this video, I'm going to tell you what the C2 Proficiency Exam is, what it involves, how it is assessed and graded, and if it is worth paying for it. What is the C2 Proficiency? The C2 Proficiency, formerly known as CPE, Certificate in Proficiency English, is one of the Cambridge English Proficiency Exams. According to Cambridge Assessment, a C2 Proficiency qualification shows the world that you have mastered English to an exceptional level. It proves you can communicate with the fluency and sophistication of a highly competent English speaker. Also, it shows that you understand complex pieces of writing and can talk about complex or sensitive issues dealing confidently with difficult questions. That means that it is not an exam to be taken lightly. Many people, especially teachers, before sitting for the CPE, spare some time to study for the exam. I can tell you from experience because I studied for a year and a half for the C2 Proficiency before actually taking it. The reason for that is that it is a challenging and very long exam with lots of components. It takes about 4 hours to finish it. So, what are all of these components that I've mentioned? The first exam is the reading and use of English. It consists of 53 questions divided into 7 parts. You have up to 1 hour and 30 minutes to finish the exam. Part 1, 2, 3 are short texts for which you have to supply a missing word or form a new word. Part 4 is not text-based, and it involves rewriting sentences in another way. For parts 5, 6, and 7, there are longer texts from which you have comprehension tasks, multiple choice, gapped paragraphs, and multiple matching tasks. The second exam is the writing exam, which consists of 2 parts in which you are asked to write 2 different types of texts. You are required to write from 240 to 280 words in the compulsory question and from 280 to 320 words in the choice of 4 questions. You can be asked to write an article, a letter, a report, or a review, including a choice on a set of texts. You have up to 1 hour and 30 minutes to finish writing both texts. Part 1 is a mandatory essay where you summarize the main ideas from 2 short texts. Part 2, you are allowed to choose one among 3 topics. The third exam is the listening exam. It consists of 30 questions divided into 4 parts. The tracks will be played twice before moving on to the following piece. The full recording takes approximately 40 minutes. In part 1, there are 3 unrelated recordings lasting approximately 1 minute each, which you have to answer 2 multiple choice questions for each recording. Part 2, a 3 to 4 minute long speech or lecture where you complete sentences. Part 3, a 3 to 4 long discussion with multiple choice questions. And Part 4, 2 simultaneously matching tasks with 5 short themed monologues of approximately 35 seconds each. The fourth and the last exam is the speaking exam, which consists of a 16-minute talk divided into 4 parts. The exam should be done in pairs or trios. Part 1 is a brief introductory exchange. The examiner will ask questions to each of the candidates individually. Part 2, candidates will work together on a picture-related task. Part 3 is a long-term prompt by information on a card. And Part 4, candidates will have a 2-3-way discussion on related themes in the real world. So, how are the exams assessed and the grades calculated? Well, your overall performance is calculated by averaging the scores you achieve in reading, writing, listening, speaking, and use of English. The weighing of each of the 4 skills and use of English is equal. There are, however, some characteristics of the speaking and reading exams that you should be aware of. In the speaking exam, there are 2 examiners. The interlocutor, the one who speaks to you, awards you a mark for global achievement. And the assessor, the one who just listens at the back, uses 5 assessment criteria to give you marks: grammatical resource, lexical resource, discourse management, pronunciation, and interactive communication. And in the writing task, in both texts you write, they are marked using 4 criteria: content, communicative achievement, organization, and language. If you are successful in the exam and achieve an overall score of 200 or more, grades A, B, or C in the exam, you will receive the certificate of proficiency in English at level C2, like this one, which contains the name of the certificate, the grade you got, your score in each of the skills, and your overall performance, besides the place and the date of the examination. At the back, you can see some explanation about the C2 proficiency and the scores. If your performance is below level C2 but falls within level C1, Cambridge will recognize your achievement with a Cambridge English certificate stating that you demonstrate ability at a C1 level. Scores between 162 and 179 are also reported for the C2 proficiency. You will not receive a certificate, but your Cambridge English scale score will be shown on your statement of results, which contains the score according to the Cambridge English scale for each of the 4 skills: reading, use of English, writing, listening, and speaking, a score on the Cambridge English scale for the overall performance, a grade for the overall exam, and the CEFR level for the overall exam. Remember that this exam can be paper-based or computer-based, and it will only affect the time you receive your results. Your statement of results is released online approximately 4 to 6 weeks after the exam for the paper-based exams, and 2 to 3 weeks after the computer-based exam. However, your certificate will arrive at the center you applied for 7 to 9 weeks after the date of your paper-based exam and 5 to 6 weeks after your computer-based exam. Last but not least, how much is the CPE, and is it worth in paying that much? It is all about the currency of your country and the center you are enrolled. If you search on Google, it will provide you with these values. €150, £164, $149, and 860 reais, and etc. etc. Therefore, find the center near you and give them a call. Whatever the price is, be sure that it is the best investment you can make to your career, because this is the highest level exam that Cambridge can offer. And passing it proves that you have mastered English to an exceptional level. It helps you to develop the English skills needed to succeed in very high-level academic or professional environments. It is accepted by thousands of leading businesses and educational institutions worldwide, including Nestle, Pilsner, and University of Columbia in Canada. Take pride in your achievement. Passing this exam gives you one of the most valuable English qualifications in the world. It is an achievement to be really proud of. So, what do you think? Is it worth it to take the C2 Proficiency? In 2013, the Proficiency Exam had its 100th anniversary, and since then, it has been revised. Most course books from Cambridge are dated from 2013. Therefore, look for books from this year and on, so you can study for the new version of this exam, which will help you study. When I studied for the CPE, I used the Objective Proficiency. I thought it was very useful. I'll leave the link for the book for you to buy in Brazil or in other countries in the description, okay? Of course, you can buy it if you want, but make sure you study for it, okay? If you want some more information about the C2 Proficiency, go to the cambridgeenglish.org or check the link of my blog in the description. Okie dokie? I hope that this content was useful for you. And if you want more content like this one, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And also, don't forget to like and share this video so that this content reaches more people. Okay? Well, that's it for today. Thanks for watching me and see you next time. Bye-bye. Related themes in the world from which you have to...